Which are your priorities to complete the review, to possibly reverse, rescind, or roll back? And similarly, within the building, apart from policy, but in terms of personnel, what exactly do you intend to change, if anything, about the approach the previous administration took to the Foreign Service and people working in this building? Thanks.
Yes, you're right. We are reviewing a number of steps that were taken late in the last administration. We want to make sure we understand in each case the basis for the decisions that were made. I will tell you that I'm particularly focused on the question of sanctions on the Houthis. I think you all know very well that the Houthis committed an act of significant aggression in taking over Sana'a some years ago, moving through the country, committing acts of aggression against our partner Saudi Arabia, committing human rights abuses and other atrocities, creating an environment in which we've seen extremist groups fill some of the vacuums that were created. But at the same time, we've seen a campaign led by Saudi Arabia that has also contributed to what is, by many estimates, the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today, and that's saying something. And so it's vitally important, even in the midst of this crisis, that we do everything we can to get humanitarian assistance to the people of Yemen who are in desperate need. And what we want to make sure is that any steps we are taking do not get in the way of providing that assistance. The Houthis-controlled territory that I believe contains about 80% of Yemen's population. And so we want to make sure that any of these steps, including the designation, don't make what is already an incredibly difficult task even more difficult. That is the provision of humanitarian aid to the people of Yemen. So we're taking a very urgent and very close look at that. We want to make sure that not only are American aid groups able to do what they can to provide assistance, but so are aid groups around the world that are providing the bulk of that assistance, and to make sure that nothing we are doing interferes with that, particularly if it doesn't in any other way advance our policy and objectives. So that's the priority in my book.